Hi, Mark Gordon with GoldenTicker.com on Monday, July 16th, 2012 with your gold, silver, and stock forecast. This is the S&P 500, the larger cap stocks in an uptrend. We have higher highs and higher lows, which means an uptrend. We are above this blue line here, the 50-day moving average, a good sign here, meeting some headway here with the 100-day moving average, but most likely on a trip back up to this upper trend line to test that. We've had some distribution, which means a day of heavier selling volume than the day before, and we've had a slew of these here lately, which has brought this current market rally under pressure. But so far so good. We did make a higher low than the previous lows here and are back up testing moving averages, so stocks in an uptrend. Moving on now to the NASDAQ composite. Better indicator of the growth stocks in an uptrend as well. Came down here, slicing through the 50-day moving average last week on some pretty big volume and distribution here, and but meeting that test, making a higher low. Friday was a good day, and now today almost following through. A little bit of sideways action, only down 0.1% right now, but the red line, the 21-day moving average, has crossed above the 50-day moving average. A great sign here. Your 10-day moving average is actually bolting higher as well. These are all good signs here, and bringing momentum traders back into this market, hopefully, and getting us back above this 100-day moving average and a trip up to this upper trend line here, possibly testing that again. So stocks, despite last week's, well, we had about 5 sessions, straight sessions last week of selling. Despite that, things looking a bit positive here for stocks as they start to trend higher. Moving on now to the gold. This is the GLD, the gold ETF, up about 0.25% today, sitting right here on this 50-day moving average, this blue line, which is coinciding with this 21-day moving average, this red line. So staying just a little bit above that, and had a nice bounce off of 150.85 here, gapping higher on Friday, and now moving sideways a little bit here, but staying above. Your 10-day moving average is set to cross above the 50 and the 21, which may bring some momentum traders back into this market. We're going to go up here, hopefully, and test this overhead trend line here, and then we have to get above the 100-day moving average here, something we have not been able to do since early March. So keep your fingers crossed, everybody, but so far gold still stuck in a downtrend, trying to break out of it. So no reason to be long gold if you're an intermediate or short-term trader. And here is the GDX. This is the ETF for the gold miners, stuck in a nasty downtrend as well. Had a bad week last week, 6 sessions of gap downs on higher volume, not good. But Friday got a bounce. Today moving sideways here in so far light volume here, but stuck between below this 50-day moving average. Your 21-day moving average has rolled over and will possibly cross here. So momentum still decidedly to the downside for the gold miners, making a lower low here. So the best that the gold can do is get up above these moving averages here, and then come back up here and test this 100-day moving average, which has not been able to get above since the beginning of March here. So stuck in a nasty sell-off here still with the gold miners. And moving on now to the illustrious silver ETF, the SLV. This too stuck in a downtrend. We have lower highs and lower lows, and we are well below this rapidly falling 50-day moving average, which is now kind of matching the downward trend line here, this upper trend line, which is decidedly to the downside. And so we've challenged this a couple of times, have not made headway above it, and have not been above the 50-day moving average in quite some time. Have to go back to the beginning of March to see that. So nasty downtrend. The spring and early summer have not been good to the metals, and still fighting a battle down here. But your moving averages all stacked below each other. Not a good sign. The only positives I can see is that we've had some light volume kind of in a trading range here, and that the 10-day moving average, this gray line here, is starting to slope up and will cross the 21-day moving average most likely. And this will bring maybe some momentum traders into the market to take us back up here to challenge the overhead trend line and this 50-day moving average. Once we get above that, we might be able to get up and re-challenge this 100-day moving average. But so far, both the metals, gold and silver, and the gold stocks in a downtrend, stocks in an intermediate term uptrend. That's the way I see it. Good luck trading, everybody.